So hey guys, I've just got home from work, so that's probably why I look a bit tired today. But I've decided to start filming for my new series. So I asked a lot of you on Twitter to recommend me manga to read that I can read online legally, and this is going to become part of a new series that I'm going to call The People's Choice. So the idea behind it is that every month you guys will recommend me a couple of series to read. And I'm going to read the first few chapters. Bear in mind, I'm not going to read all of it. I'm going to read the first few chapters on a legal website, or I'm going to download the book, or maybe buy it physical. We'll see, depending on how I feel about the synopsis of the series. And then I'm going to give you my first impressions of those series. So this is going to be more of a informal vlog type series. It's not going to be really broken down because I don't think you can judge something based off just a few chapters. But the idea behind it is to get a bit more of an insight into the sort of things that you guys read, and obviously find things that I might enjoy myself as well. So yeah, we're gonna have a fun time. I'm gonna look through what you guys have recommended me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm gonna pick, I think, two series just to start, and then we'll see how we get on with those. So yeah, I'll talk to you in a bit.
So the first one that I'm going to go for comes from Victor Vaughn. I hope I'm saying that correctly. You'll learn soon enough that I have a terrible way with names, and I always tend to get them wrong. But yeah, Victor Vaughn says to check out a series called Spy X Family, or just Spy Family, and he says that it's free on Manga Plus. So I've got Manga Plus open. So, Spy Family says that the master spy, codenamed Twilight, has spent his days on undercover missions, all for the dream of a better world. But one day he receives a particularly difficult new order from command. For his mission, he must form a temporary family and start a new life. So, sounds pretty interesting, sounds pretty different. Says that it's a spy action comedy. So yeah, comedy series. I've not had the best of luck with them in the past, but wow, there's quite a few chapters, so I'm probably not going to read all of these. I'm just going to read the first few, and yeah, I'm really liking the look of this style. I think that the character designs look really cool to begin with. So yeah, something a bit different. So thanks for that, Victor Vaughn. And yeah, I'll be back soon to let you know what I think.
So hey guys, so yeah, I've just finished the first three chapters of Spy Family. So I think it's Spy Family or it's Spy X Family. I've said this before. Someone let me know in the comments which it is, because I know that Hunter x Hunter is just Hunter x Hunter. It's not Hunter X Hunter. But yeah, so my first impressions of it were that I really love the art style. I think the art style is really good. I think it works really well with the topic of the series, like the comedic side of things, and I really love the character designs as well. So I actually think the daughter is particularly really cute and quite funny. Um, but yeah, I did have some issues with it. So I've said it before about Gintama. I don't always think that comedy really translates very well into manga. I'd really love to see the anime adaptation of this maybe a bit more. I think that that would be something that I'd really enjoy. Yeah, reading it a little bit, I don't think it kind of hit the mark really for me all too often. Um, but yeah, it's something that I might continue to read just to see how it progresses, to see if it gets funnier. It reminded me a little bit of Nisekoi. I read that and I enjoyed that at the beginning, and then I think that kind of sloped off a little bit. And this seems a little bit like that. I kind of feel like I don't really know how far they can kind of go with this sort of story. Seems a little bit episodic, which is why I think it might work better in an anime, maybe more so than a manga. I also had a bit of an issue with kind of the way that it did a couple of things. For example, the character is just told off the bat, you've got to get a daughter to because he's investigating, or he's because he's a spy, he's like looking into this particular individual, and to get to him, he needs to become his friend. And to become his friend, he needs to like meet him at this school, and to get into the school, he has to have a child. And it's all just a little bit kind of like too convenient. It feels a little bit forced to me anyway, for him to just be like, okay, I'll get a child. Maybe that's like part of the comedy aspect of it that it didn't really click with me. But yeah, for people who enjoy comedy, I think that this um, well, for just people who enjoy comedy in general, I think you understand that not everything's funny to everyone. So to me, this didn't really kind of do it, which is a little bit disappointing. But as a whole, I think that it seems like a really good series. It seems like a really interesting idea, and I'm sure that a lot of people will really love it. But yeah, for me, it's a no this time. But yeah, I'm gonna go and check out the second series, and I'll speak to you guys in a bit and let you know what I think of that.
Okay, so next up, we've got from Joe Shannon, Joe Star. So she says to read chapter 115 of Golden Kamuy. So I'm guessing that this is for some sort of controversial reason. Maybe because there's something big happens in that. I'm not sure. I've not read any Golden Kamuy. So yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do that. I don't really think it'd be fair to kind of dive in midway through. I don't think that'll give you a true representation of what the series is going to be about. And I'll tell you the second reason. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to read the first few chapters of Golden Kamuy. I haven't actually read it before. It's Shōnen, so definitely something that I will likely enjoy. And yeah, the second reason that I'm not going to read 115 is because on Viz Media's website, it only goes up to 80 from what I can find. So I don't know whether that's because of some sort of legal reason, maybe a country difference, like maybe the UK doesn't have those chapters yet, I'm not sure. But yeah, I found that they have the first 3 chapters for free on viz.com, so yeah, I'm going to dive into that. So it just says that it's a tale of high adventure and survival on the Japanese frontier. I'm really liking this art style. I think it looks really cool. I think it looks like it might be quite violent, which, yeah, if you know me, that's something that I really kind of enjoy in manga. So yeah, I really can't wait to get into this one. I really hope that it lives up to the hype. I've heard a lot about it, so yeah, I'll speak to you soon, and I'll let you know if it's any good.
Hey everyone, so I've just finished reading the 3 chapters that are available on Viz Media's website for Golden Kamuy. And I have to say, I absolutely loved it. It's so good. At least what I've read so far. So, as I said before, you can't really judge something based off just a few chapters, but what I have read of it, I really love. So, for people who don't know, it's about a soldier who has come home from the war, and he meets this man who tells him that there's this gold that's been stashed away, and the only way to find it is all of these prisoners have got a map or a code tattooed on their bodies. And to cut a long story short, he ends up teaming up with this young girl to track down these men and get kill them essentially, and get the tattoos off of their bodies to find this treasure. So it's all in aid of one of his friends who died in the war. He's left a widow behind, and I think he feels responsible for this woman, and he wants to get some money to make sure she's okay. And yeah, the first impressions that I've got of the series is that it's really violent, it's really gory. That's something that I actually really enjoy in manga. I quite enjoy the kind of grotesque, action-packed series. Like, for people who know my taste, Gantz and Berserk and Vinland Saga and all those things I really love. And from what I'd heard of Golden Kamuy, I actually thought that it was more of a kind of like a shonen like battle manga or something, but it's really not. It's set in a bit more of a historical era, which is something that I think is really interesting. I want to know a little bit more about the history of Japan, or what was going on around that time and stuff. The art style's a bit weird. I think I've seen it before in a bookstore, and I was a little bit put off because I think the character designs were a little bit weird. But actually, after reading a few chapters, you get used to it. It's actually really cool. There's a huge bear in it, and the way it's drawn is just fantastic. Like, it's really cool. And yeah, I think it's something that I probably will. I mean, I'm trying not to buy too much recently because I've bought a lot of stuff. If you see my recent manga haul, you'll see how much stuff I've actually bought. So it is something that I think I will probably pick up the physical release to keep up to date with it. And yeah, hopefully it stays good. Let me know in the comments if Golden Kamuy is a series that you guys have read and if you enjoyed it, if it stays good. I mean, I'm sure I've heard somewhere that it turns into a bit of a food manga, which isn't something that I actually like. So that does put me off a little bit. Like, I read Toriko and I dropped it because although it was creative, I actually didn't really kind of get into the whole food manga thing. That's not something that I've really ever been interested in. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of Golden Kamuy. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. I've really enjoyed kind of sort of freestyling it a little bit and doing something a bit different. I've enjoyed sort of reading new things that you guys have recommended. So if you want to get involved in the next one, be sure to comment down below. Follow me on Twitter because I'll be asking you guys probably next month for some more recommendations. And if you could, please let me know if you do have a recommendation where I can find it legally. So one of my friends on Twitter, OnTheShelf, I hope I'm pronouncing that right as well, but yeah, OnTheShelf, if you haven't seen his videos, then go and check it out. But he did a really good and interesting video about scanned manga and how people are accessing manga for free and what it's sort of doing to the industry and why it's a really negative thing. And yeah, as someone who loves manga, and I'm sure all of you guys who are watching this as well, you love manga too, I really want to support the industry. I really want to buy it where I can and get it legally where I can. So if at all possible, when you leave a recommendation for something to read, please let me know where I can find it legally, either online or in physical copy, and that'll be a massive help. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.